What are you doing?
Oh my god.
I don't even know what's going on.
Hi there, Scorpio. Here is your tarot reading. Bonus charms will follow. All right. So we're going to draw cards from the Hanson Roberts Tarot. You'll hear me shuffling even after I've drawn the cards so that I can channel. I'm a medium. Ooh, Chariot in reverse. Somebody could be having vehicle trouble or feel that things are just not going anywhere. This is the pre-shuffle. I'll let you know as I choose the cards, which of course you see the cards right now and I don't because you're watching the video and I'm not. I'm creating the video. So as a medium, if anything comes through that resonates with you, remember that the messages from those who do come through will be specific. They will either give me their names, they'll give me information that will make it quite clear to the person receiving the message. All right? You'll know who this is. Again, if you find something that resonates about this person or their story, that's all right. But the message that comes through from people that are in the other zip code, of course, those are specific to the person they want to reach. And don't feel bad if no one comes through for you or if you wonder why they don't. None of us know. No medium knows why that is or isn't. They either do or they don't. All right. For Scorpio, I'm already hearing that your ex was a burden. Your most recent ex, burden. On the split, I see the title card and the Eight of Pentacles. So you are definitely working at something. Some of you may be looking for work, doing something repetitive, something that requires skill. All right. Okay, so for your theme for the week, we have the Death card upright. Oops. For your challenges, we have the Eight of Cups upright. Definitely have let something go, huh? You left something or someone in the past. Very good. Good for you. Very good. With that Death card, it's a done deal, isn't it? That's making me feel really good for you. For your finances, Page of Pentacles upright. This is good. This is good. The romance. Someone else is blaming you for their relationship problems? How? I'm a Scorpio, okay? I'm a Scorpio sun. How are you going to blame me for anything? I don't. All right, let's see. How's anybody blaming Scorpio? Okay, romance. Okay, 10 of Cups upright. Oh, okay. For your solutions, your guidance. Let's see. Scorpio. All right. 4 of Swords upright. Very good. All right, let me reshuffle. I'm going to see if I get any more insight on any of the individual cards that we have pulled for your main topics and allow anyone to step in that needs to. There's money that's been hidden from you. There's money that's been hidden from you. I don't know if it was taken from you. I don't know if it was held from you. I don't know if someone got in the way of the money. This is money that has been hidden from you, taken from you. That's X is a burden. Money hidden. Does the money have to do with your ex? Let's see. Remember to watch for, if you are so inclined, your sun, moon, and rising. You know, I know other readers that will remind you that any reading that you bump into is your reading. I don't know how I feel about that all the time, but I do believe in synchronicities. All right. Someone's ex is a drug dealer. Here we go with the weirdness. I'll switch decks to get more information. Nobody is coming through right now. Okay. Doesn't mean that they don't love you or me or anyone else. Someone's dog is in spirit, like my dog is in spirit. I got a visit from my dog. Actually, I woke up this morning and a particular item that belongs to that dog that has to do with the paperwork on her cremation, which was in a plastic sleeve within, sitting between, it's a specific card that was sitting in between these papers in the plastic sleeve. And it was in there and up on the side perch. And this morning when I woke up, the card was out of the plastic sleeve, out from between the papers, and it was on the carpet at the foot of my bed, which would have been just, 2 or 3 feet horizontally and about 6 feet down vertically from where it was. It was just right there. And I went to go open the blinds and I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. All right. So you could be getting communication from your animal, a dog, and spirit as well. I'm going to switch decks because I've got somebody's ex as a drug dealer or connected to the drug cartel. Lord have mercy. Somebody's ex is a drug dealer. Oh my goodness. Let me get the difficult deck for this. Pardon me just a moment. After, I think it was after the Libra reading, yeah, I had to do a whole lot with this deck of cards to just, solabaya. I had to get it all out of my system. So let's just get a brief message. I don't want to dwell too long here. Why am I being told that someone's ex is a drug dealer? Okay, so this is just going to be a quick clarification with the Cosmic Tarot. I call this a difficult deck because it just, for me, I recommend this deck very highly to any reader who does not have this in their collection or any aficionado. Okay, once you see the art, you'll understand. So traditional tarot deck. Someone's ex is a drug dealer. All right. On the split, I've got the star upright. That is connected with you, whomever this message is for. And the ex was a burden. That's a burden, all right, to be a drug dealer. Somebody's involved in drug trafficking. I don't know if this is pharmaceuticals. This could be connected to, oh no, somebody. They don't have to just be the kind of grimy, nasty drug dealer that people would immediately imagine, because I've got a nurse, practitioner, I've got a nurse or a nurse practitioner, I've got somebody in the medical field that's done some curious things with drugs. For others, the drug dealer is going to be literally a drug trafficker. Drug trafficking. Oh, why do people do this? Don't do that. Don't do that. All it's going to do is get you in trouble. Money comes, money goes. You can be broke, you can have it all. You can let it go, you can recuperate it. But you can't buy your way out of prison. Okay? At least in the United States here, you can't. You know, I'm not talking about some high-level weirdness, although I know some instances of people in high-level weirdness. I do know about that. If you do have an ex that is in some high-level weirdness or holding some level, high position of authority or something, everybody finally sees that person for the loser that they are. I mean, they see them for the fraud that they are. Okay, let's just... Let's stick with the drug dealer for a second. Does this have something to do with the hidden money? Somebody that stole something? I don't, 10 of cups there. No, I'm not going to pull from that energy. Ooh. Someone stole something from you. Oh, yeah. Someone stole something from you. With that chariot that popped out at the beginning, it could be somebody literally stole a vehicle from it. I'm having difficulty getting the words out. Okay, let me slow down. This one's making me feel very hot. Someone feels guilty about this. The cards that popped out here from the Cosmic Tarot is the Four of Cups. Somebody feeling sad. Okay, we're talking about the quote-unquote drug dealer right now. Okay. Oh my goodness. Let me adjust this here. This is really going to get me hot under the collar. Okay, so the Four of Cups in the Cosmic Tarot. Somebody could be drinking. The Cosmic Tarot, I see a flask. Lotus-type flowers, lily pads are significant. The other card that popped out is the Eight of Cups. Somebody's doing quite a lot of drinking, aren't they? It's a drug dealer. Cosmic Tarot, there's a gentleman with black hair. It doesn't have to have black hair. Can be a water sign. Doesn't have to be a water sign. Can be somebody who lives near or on the water. This is a person who's in a lot of regret. All right, tell us more about the type of drug dealing. Ooh, okay. Oh, the Ten of Swords in the Cosmic Tarot, which you're not going to see this on screen. Oh my goodness. It's the Ten of Swords in reverse. So somebody is about done. Stick a fork in it. That's when that, the Thanksgiving turkey's cooked. The goose is cooked. All right. Is this person, well, I'm going to have to read it. I was going to ask, if this person working in concert with someone, I get the Three of Wands sideways. I'm going to say that this person was working in concert with a group of people, possibly a woman with long hair. Remember, there's a lot of black-haired people in the Cosmic Tarot. I'm just going to be, I think it's just style of art. All right. I also have the Eight of Swords, and I asked that question, are they working in concert? And in the Cosmic Tarot, the Eight of Swords has two figures, two dejected-looking figures. One dejected-looking figure, there's a man with his back turned. In the traditional Tarot, there's only one figure in the Eight of Swords. And there is a woman here. A little bit of a heavier, kind of dumpy woman. She's looking forward toward me. They're both standing in a puddle. They've just made a mess. It looks like one or both of them could literally be in prison. This could be somebody who's either in prison. One or both of them is facing prison time. It looks like the male is walking away from the female. The other card that popped out is a Fool in reverse. Somebody had a false start in some situation that was in concert with others. This could be in a love relationship because we do have a male and a female in the Cosmic Tarot and the Eight of Swords. I don't want this to turn into a super long, in-depth crime hour. We'll leave that to our crime hour readers, okay? Go see the Bee Priestess. All right. She's unusually adept at picking up on crimes. What? Why are these people? Were they together? Were they in a relationship? Were they married? Were they in concert? In a romantic way for Scorpio and these drug dealing people? Good grief. Let's find out if they were in a romantic relationship for sure. Seven of Cups in reverse. Somebody, let's see, Cups would be emotions. That's not definitive answer, but you know what? If you look at the art on on this card, yes, they were in a romantic relationship. We've got a man that's in a prostrate position. This figure's on the ground, probably begging to Jesus to please save me. There is, prominently a man and a woman. He's kissing the woman on the cheek, but then there is a woman in the back. There's a psychic involved. There's a psychic intuitive. Perhaps that's you that knows this whole story. Somebody bought into an illusion, created their own illusion, let the rose die. We have a King of Swords. There's an air sign male involved. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in the upright. So don't get worried. I know sometimes we have difficulty with the air sign. Prince of Swords. Definitely a legal situation. Oh my goodness. And one of the cards flew down onto the floor. Hang on. It was our Four of Cups. So that's just an emphasis. Okay. Let me make a little room here. What's happening to these two people? That must include an ex of yours or related to an ex of yours or an ex situation or somehow something that does have something to do with you. You know, you could be connected to them in some way. I hope you're not connected. You know, don't take the connection. Don't take it to, don't infer that I mean that you are a drug dealer, have anything to do with these freaking people. Who are these people? Why? Don't do it. What's happening to these two idiots? Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Definitely they were working together for money. There's property involved. There's property involved. There's property that could be in the country. There's property. They were working together. Yeah. The truth is coming out. Ace of Swords. All right. Let's wrap this up. What's happening to these two people romantically? Because I believe this is a romantic situation. Your ex, someone known to you, and someone in concert with them. You know, it could be that one of them was the drug dealer, is the drug dealer, but guilty by association. That's all I have to say. What's happening to them now, Spirit? Princess of Swords. I'm telling you, judicial system. Eagles, falcons are significant. Birds are significant. Princess of Pentacles. Somebody's going to have to give back or pay back something taken from you. They're going to try to make installment payments or say, I'm so sorry. But no, honey. Cough it up now. Cough it up. Give it back and get away from me. Right? Okay. Now we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. You know, somebody's going to try to reach out to you to either give you the information, offer you the information. They're going to try to get you to drop your guard to bring you this information. And let's just wrap it up for sure. Please, Lord, I don't want this to be the theme for this. I don't... Look, if somebody owes me money, just bring me the money. If you took my item, give me the item back. Then get away from me. Then get right out of the energy. All right. You guys, I need to mention this because I do this. Just have cameras everywhere. Do you understand that you can have a tiny camera on your body at all times? You can get them on Amazon. They have been around for years. They're just getting smaller. Do you understand? I've got a camera on my door. I've got other cameras pointing at the door. There are now cameras on the inside of my apartment and on the outside of my apartment from the inside pointing out. Okay? I don't live in a place where I would play a game. You understand? I want to move somewhere where there's either a body of water or access to gym facilities and a swimming pool. All right. All right. What's happening to these people just right now? Spirit, close it up for us because these people suck. Okay. Get some help. If you're a cross watcher and this is you, get help. Get help. Get help. All right, I've got another split. I've got the Magician upright. I've got the Princess of Wands in reverse. A lot of people involved here because under the Magician, I've got the Princess of Cups in reverse. So a whole lot of baloney here, guys. These people are splitting up or have split up, gone their separate ways, maybe divided their ill-gotten gains, or, can't divide squat because one of them's doing time in the federal system. All right. All right. Ace of Wands in reverse, definitely a false start. Devil in reverse. Somebody's having difficulty letting go of a situation that has to do with the Three of Cups. One too many people here. That card always makes me a little bit because it's gross. The fluids look suspicious to me. And the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody's trying to come in from out of the cold. Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Cups in reverse. This relationship, this partnership, this business thing, this drug dealing, drug trafficker couple, just could be, no, I have to stay specific with that. This is very specific. One more question. Does your ex have something to do with this? Does somebody's ex have something to do with this specifically? Oh my, I cannot. The Emperor in reverse who did not believe in Jesus, definitely talked a big game, spoke about, being real religious. What a liar. If you look up the Cosmic Tarot, the Emperor card, you'll see looks a bit like Jesus with this beard and the hair and that kind of thing. But I don't like that kind of overly made up look, a bit too feminine for my taste. And, there's a fire sign attached to this because there are two ram heads on these pilasters, wearing a lot of finery and very proud of the edifice behind him, the facade, if you will. There are flames underneath those rams. Somebody could literally be into sacrificing crap. Shame on you. You're disgusting. Of course, this isn't you, Scorpio. This is somebody attached to you. So let's get rid of these stupid people. All right. I was going to clarify the regular reading, talk about the reading with the after tarot. Do I still feel that way? Got somebody here. His name is Ebony. Let's see if Ebony will speak, but clearly the name Ebony. And I'm getting them partially in, not quite in. Okay, we're just going to be quiet about that. So Scorpio, for your theme this week with the Death card and the Upright, we couldn't have asked for a more Scorpio card than this. Death, Upright. And let's be clear, this isn't about loss. It's about release and rebirth. So Spirit would say that something has reached its natural end and your soul knows it. You may already feel it. That quiet detachment The knowing that something doesn't fit anymore. A cycle is closing so that something more aligned can, finally emerge. I'm also picking up that strong spirit presence again. Boy, what is this, Ebony? Someone who passed during a major life transition, maybe even in midlife, and they're saying, don't fear, pardon me, don't fear the ending. It's the doorway. And Scorpio, you've walked through darker doors than this. You're ready. Hidden money, all right. Oh, Three of Swords in reverse from the After Tarot. Definitely releasing pain. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good for you. Here's your pat on the back. Okay? There's your pat on the back. For your challenges with the Eight of Cups and the upright, you definitely have left them in the past. This is the challenge. The leaving, for those of you that are still in the process of leaving. The Eight of Cups is, how should I put it? It's that moment when you realize I've gone as far as I can in this direction, whether it's a relationship, a job, a mindset, or an emotional cycle. Spirit says the walk away is not weakness, it's wisdom. It reminds me of having to leave behind a job because it was far too toxic. I waited for the new owners to get there. I gave them months of warning. I knew that it was just too much. I mean, you could live and work in certain areas, and if you have to understand that people have their limits, and you may have found that these people have their limits, that their intellect has its limits, that their ability to even behave has its limits because they're, I tell people, I once upon a time had a boyfriend that used to really feel jealous that I was born and raised in LA. I'm sorry, I'm from California. Sorry, not sorry. And I did not come from a well-to-do family. I came from a very hard-working family. My father, very traditional family. Mom stayed at home, and dad worked. He worked at Chromalloy. He worked in aerospace. He was a machinist, okay? And I'm 56 years old, so I graduated from high school in 1986. And things were still, believe it or not, innocent then. Now people are freaking wild. They're like wild boars. Maybe wild boars are significant to you. I don't understand. But you've let it go and understood that it's okay to remove yourself from the equation when, whether the relationship is just not salvageable, or you don't want to go back there, or you, with the Death card, you've seen a full cycle. You finally have seen someone for who they are, or the situation for what it was or what it is, and okay, this isn't for me. I'm not going to go down with it. I'm not going to become impregnated with toxicity from this environment. I'm not going to be bullied. I'm not going to let this man or this woman in relationship treat me like an animal. They're the animals. It's wisdom. Yet there's that grief in that. And sometimes the hardest part really is, right? It is the letting go. It's admitting that you've outgrown something that once felt safe. And you may be tempted to stay a little bit longer. I know that I did, and it was not worth it. I was just trying to protect the business, the new owners, and, by staying as long as I could, and then when I read some reviews recently after having left, and it was outrageously so sad, but you get what you pay for. And as desperate as a business can get, I'm sorry, you're going to have to outsource professionals, because if you can't find them here, then you don't have them, and you will have to pay for them. As for the owners of that business, maybe you've got that same message for the owners of a business that you work for. Death card is a full cycle, and it also is the card that indicates that the apprentice is now ready to go on their own. Oh, I'm getting someone in spirit who, this is Ebony. This is Ebony. Ebony is a Black woman, so her name is Ebony. That's her real name. You will know. She never got to fully live her truth. She's urging you not to wait like she did. Your soul deserves more. Ebony had She tended to carry around a denim handbag. It wasn't the kind that we used to take our little shorts and we would turn them into a handbag. No, she had a store-bought handbag that was a denim purse, kind of patches. Not colorful patches. And it like, okay, patchwork. Patchwork is what I'm getting. She used to wear pumps to work. Okay, I'm getting a region. Upper East Side is what she's saying. Makes me say Lower East Side. Then she's laughing. She sure did love chili. All right, let's move on to your finances with the Page of Pentacles in the upright. That's a breath of fresh air. In money matters, the Page of Pentacles says smart. Smart. Just start somewhere. Be smart about it, whether it's a, oh, what is it? Somebody here, I've got, one of you is a mechanic. One of you is a mechanic that just recently broke a pinky finger. I'm going to say that that's your left hand because I'm looking at a wedding ring. I'm sorry about your hand, whoever broke the pinky finger. My mechanic friend. I love mechanics. All right. Just start something. Start planting seeds. So the spirit is not promising you instant wealth, but there is growth available if you're willing to be a student again. Remember that death card? The apprentice becomes the master. If money's been tight, this card suggests a turning point, maybe a job lead, an interview, or an idea worth nurturing. I've got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. That is combined with the Death card in the After Tarot. So somebody is releasing, definitely releasing a job that kept you small. Clutching onto those coins, thinking, well, what else am I going to do? You know what? You could do everything once you leave the place that doesn't let you do anything. Try to keep you small, or try, you know, when you've got people that are just jealous because you're breathing and because you're awesome. Okay. Be teachable, be humble, but be consistent. That's important. You're not behind. You're just laying a new foundation. Someone in spirit with a practical streak. Maybe an old school, hardworking relative is saying, you're going to be okay. You've got what it takes. The card that flipped out, if you didn't hear that, is the Four of Swords. Take a break. Take a little rest. Rest in between. Now, clarifying with the After Tarot, of course, there is a woman that brings the effigy, a rose. Okay, I'm telling you that I've said this before. Somebody's got a relationship coming in, a very nice relationship coming in. Somebody who's polite, somebody who's educated, somebody who is clean, somebody who is whole, somebody who's honest. So let's get to the romance with the Ten of Cups up right there. And someone blaming you for their relationship. How? I just don't, how? You know, with that Death card, I know you've released. You've released. I'm trying to feel your energy. You have released. I feel you. Oh, card. Oh, you're going to have two men fighting over you. So obviously this would be for a female or for a man who is attracted to the same gender. One of them has, remember, you know, I'm just going to look at the card. You could have short black hair. The figure has short black hair. The man on the left has nice, smooth black hair, a Roman nose, very, very pretty profile. Very pretty profile. Somebody with a Roman nose. Beautiful projection of the bones there. And then the man on the right in the after tarot, Two of Swords, that guy's kind of scruffy looking, a little bit chunky. He's got a more rounded face, rounded nose, and he's got black hair, a beard, and a mustache, and he needs to shave that thing off. Or I don't like facial hair. I really don't. Okay, so, but everybody expresses themselves the way that they do. I just, like when somebody's all up and kissing your face, and it's so nice to feel their skin and not have hair go up your nose. Two men are going to be fighting over some feminine, and she's like, I don't want to see you. I don't want to look at you. I don't want to talk to you. The one on the right wearing the helmet, though, that one's already coming in geared up because he knows he's at a disadvantage. Tower reverse, something isn't over. Let's get to the 10 of Cups. Now we're talking. So in the love department, the 10 of Cups is the vision, emotional fulfillment, deep connections, real belonging. So if you're single, let's listen to that spirit. Hang on. Who's Mike? Mike. Mike had a Chevy Nova. Chevy Nova? An avocado green Nova? But somebody dropped a frickin' bomb of them. Maybe somebody's in the military. Maybe Mike is in the military, dropped a bomb in that thing and put a gigantic, like a big V8 in there. I don't know. Somebody swapped out that V8. Swap that in. Mike? Okay, so let's go back to being single. If you're single, what you're seeking is already seeking you. You don't have to go looking. You remember, just attract, okay? Men are, the ones that go pursuing us, and we just kind of sit and see what they're bringing toward us. Doesn't mean that there aren't women who pursue. There are different ages and stages, but I'm talking about the type of person that knows that, a real man is going to come right up to you, come right up to your face, going to be very polite, very dignified, very direct, very honest, very true blue, and is going to tell you something. I can't tell what they're going to tell you, sweetheart. And you're closer than you think. So if you're in a relationship, this could be a time, a week even, of real bonding, shared dreams, healing conversations, or simply remembering why you chose each other. I'm feeling warmth here, a protective energy. That's a spirit, a parent or guardian. Who's Katrina? I don't have Katrina here. Katrina is not here with me. Katrina is not a spirit that's coming through. I'm picking this up through somebody who's listening to me. Katrina is in spirit, but not here with me. So I'm channeling off of you. This could have been a foster mother. Katrina had red hair. And she is saying, let yourself receive the love that lasts. For some of you, this may also involve chosen family, people who make you feel safe. That's love too. I'll tell you something. You could tell a lot by reading a person, okay? Even if you meet some guy, some gal, I'm not saying that their problems are because of their family or their family's problems become theirs. But, look and see how people are raised, because if they were raised wrong, you're going to get a narcissist. You're going to get an SOB. Okay, oh my gosh, this is so perfect. Okay, I've got the 10 of Cups from the After Tarot that has a family. Look it up. 10 of Cups in the After Tarot. A family sitting around a campfire. We've got an elder there. We've got a sleeping cat curled up. We've got everybody, and we have the Fool in the after tarot. So let's move on to your solutions and guidance, because I don't want any of these drug dealers. I don't want any of these losers. I don't want anybody to interfere. Let those other people go. Ooh, and the Knight of Cups in reverse pops out. I'm telling you, watch out, because there's somebody from your past, male or female, that could come back trying to say, I'm so sorry I did that to you. I didn't mean to hurt you. I made a mistake. I chose the wrong person. I chose this person who's doing drugs, dealing drugs, maybe this nurse who was kyping the drugs. And, but yeah, look, we don't want to go there, but somebody's going to bring you an offer that you need to say no to. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. And the Lover's card pops right out. You will have to make a choice, my dear. So for your spiritual prescription, no pun intended, rest. The Four of Swords is your reminder that healing isn't optional, right? It's essential. Your nervous system might be holding on to more than you realize. So Spirit would say, before the new can take root, your energy must recover. Take a break. Do yoga. Say no. Be unavailable for chaos. Be unavailable for chaos. For some of you, dreams will be extra vivid this week, so pay attention. I'm sensing messages coming in through the subconscious, so maybe even direct communication from ancestors or guides right to you. You're being recharged, so don't skip the stillness. I'm going to clean up here, and then we're going to mosey over to the giant pirate's chest to see what it has for you, Scorpio. I like your love reading. I really like that. That money will come back to you one way or the other. You may have to sue somebody in court. You may have to take, it could be a business partner, it could be an employer. You may have to finally say, okay, I've given you enough time to pay me what you owe me. Pay me what you owe me, all right? And you take them to court and call it good. Nobody likes to hurt another business. You know what I mean? But if you don't pay me and you can't get it together, I'm also not your sacrificial whatever you want. Okay, these people, whether they're broke or not, they're not stupid. All right. See you with the treasure.
Ma fede fulmina e le guarda.
All right, Scorpio. Let's get to your charms. Get my hands down in here. All right, what do we have? First charm. Oh, you dodged a big old bullet. I've got a Winchester 45. Somebody's name could be Winchester. Name starts with the initial W. You could have dodged a bullet from a cursed ass family. Let me think about this. Okay, let me set it aside. We'll go for your second charm. Let's get way in there. Arr. Come on, fellow pirates. All right. Dropped it. We have a whistle. This whistle is missing its cork. Shh. So it's a silent, jewel-encrusted whistle. The fact that the cork is missing is significant. Back into the pirate's treasure chest. What do we got? Let's get way in there. Yeah, I feel this. I'm not going to take it, but oh, this is another Winchester. You know, I'm just going to say something. I am going to set it aside. Maybe I will photograph them together because this is a hollow point. That's all I'm going to say. Let's go back in there. Ooh, okay. We've got a tiny perfume bottle. Let me see. Is there anything in here? Ah, the name of this perfume is Lady Million. I kid you not. Paco Rabanne. Eau de Parfum. All right. Let's think about this together. Now, I'm not going to photograph this because, you know, this is a debit card that belonged to my Uncle Ray. So it says Reynaldo Rivero. Somebody's name could be Ray. Somebody could be Rivero. Somebody could be Reynaldo. I think my mother gave it to me because of my affinity for objects and reading energy off of them. Somebody's uncle could be significant, some connection to an uncle. Again, this could be connected to something that someone left to you, some money, some property, an item, a thing. I'm connected to a vehicle that my uncle left to me. All right. That my third husband and I were working on. Worked our asses off on it too. I gotta get that finished. So we're going to set that aside and let's talk about this. So together, you know, I'm going to read the bullets together because we've got, you know, the 45 caliber Winchester, and then I've got the 40 caliber hollow point. You dodged a bullet, my dear. You dodged a bullet from some karmic ass family with some very shady people. There could have been agents involved. The hollow point is disturbing to me. You know, you could have dodged a bullet from this family and then somebody literally hire a hitman to try to take you out. That's all I'm going to say. This either resonates or it doesn't. But, you know, these charms are for you. With the whistle, there's a whistleblower involved. The fact that there's no cork in it means that could have been a feminine, somebody connected to the color purple or amethyst, jewels in general. But I believe that someone, possibly an agent, was watching these other people and was silently blowing the whistle. If you know, you know. How about if I'll leave that one there too? Someone, the whistleblower, somebody who is of high position, high rank, somebody who is upright, somebody good. And Lady Million, maybe you were left $1 million. Maybe, oh my gosh, I'm channeling Lady Gaga's song, right? You've given me 1 million reasons to let you go. You've given me 1 million reasons to quit the show. You've given me 1 million reasons, about 1 million reasons. So maybe this ties into someone or some situation that gave you literally 1 million reasons to let them go. And then you finally did. This bottle is essentially empty, isn't it? What are the other lyrics here? Let me think. I bowed down to pray, try to make the words seem better. Lord, show me the way. to cut through all his worn out leather. I've got 100 million reasons to walk away. But baby, I just need one good one to stay. And you never got it, did you? You know, I think that's all we have to say about that. The feds are involved. The authorities are involved. The good feds, the good authorities, the good private investigators, the good whistleblowers, not the shady ass people committing. You know, why am I getting that somebody's involved in tax evasion? Somebody has been doing weird things with their taxes. Somebody did something. We'll leave that for another story, shall we? Or we'll leave that for the bee priestess. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. You gave them a million reasons. Now that door is shut and you let go. God bless you, honey.